Excellent result today.
GEREKOVA squeezes into the top 10, pushes GWIZDON down. Well, we're getting towards the back of the field. Tafelfi 8:06, so has lost a minute or so in the first 2.5 kilometers.
Our sister's having a good day. Evie Tafelfi, 18th position after the second shoot.
Amanda Lightfoot lying in 63rd position after the first shoot. We'll try and update you. Disappointing performances, I think it's fair to say, for the British team this morning, although Kevin Kane's shot clear, still didn't manage to get into the top 60 and consequently misses out on a run in the pursuit. Shumilova shoots well, shoots very well, and that's a competitive time for Shumilova. So we could see 3 Russians in the top 7 or 8. Let's see how she gets on. GEREKOVA on 15:30, I think will survive in 8th place. It's going to be a tough last lap for Shumilova. 34.3. She's been below par this season. That's one of the best results we've seen from her.
It is, it really is, and hitting the perfect 10, so the 10th athlete to do so, but you just feel, Patrick, that Shumilova, she's going to lose some 15 to 20 seconds on this last loop. This could be France's, well, best result. Just trying to place, of course, DORIN 14th, so just beaten by, just knocked out 1 position by BOILLEY. Look at this time, it's good. Fast shooting, but she's down the lane 29, so it takes about 15 seconds to get up to the split timing from here.
Well done to HILDEBRAND. That will put her in a strong position for the start of the pursuit. She'll be ahead of GÖSSNER. I think she's going to finish ahead of Andrea Henkel as well. And if she makes the top German position, what do we got? GÖSSNER lying in 6th place at the moment, 33 seconds outside. Well, that's going to be tight, and I'm not sure HILDEBRAND can do what GÖSSNER did on the last lap. 28.4. It's going to be a good split. I'm sure that's the split she'll get. 93 is Flatland for Norway. Now this is very good indeed, and she'll be chasing around the last loop as well. Flatland missing much of the early season, hasn't taken her long to find form. 22.4 outside. Now she's on her best form, Mike. She can match Tora Berger over the last 2.5.
It's incredible. She's got 10 seconds to find, which is huge, to get up into 3rd place. In fact, 11 seconds to get into 3rd place. But she'll be given all that information.
But if you look at the top 3 are separated by 22 seconds at the finish. So there is an opportunity there for Flatland. I wonder whether that early morning walk is going to pay dividends. Currently leading PIDHRUSHNA, don't be too surprised. She may not have won before, but she's been in the top 5 on 5 occasions this season already. She got a podium in Östersund at the start of the season, and she got another podium in the last World Cup that we had in Antolz, the pursuit there, finishing in 2nd place. So immensely strong. Tora Berger, well, favourite with the bookies, but not favourite with many in the know. She just doesn't quite have the ski speed for the sprint event, but she shoots so well that you can never write her off. And today she's lying in silver medal position at the moment. Semerenko in 3rd as well for the Ukraine. So it's been a brilliant day for them. There's a chance that the Norwegians could outdo the Ukrainians. I think the odds are on that Semerenko will survive in 3rd place.
It's looking good so far, and what a race it's going to be tomorrow in the pursuit, where they set off the times that they are. There's Neris Jones. Pity about that prone shooting. 4:14 behind with 4 penalties. Well done, Neris.
3 misses in the prone though, Mike. It's a hefty price to pay in the opening stage of the race.
It is, and what a pity it knocks your race sideways when that happens. Love the new suits. Just on the British performances, Amanda Lightfoot is still there in 48th position, 2:25 behind. I think she'll stay in the top 60, and so she'll get a start tomorrow.
Well, that would certainly be the best British performance of the day, hitting 9 out of 10. That's good work from her. 2:25, as Mike says, the margin. Hildebrand now already 38 points, 6 behind, so she's lost a good 8 seconds or so in the last kilometre. Another kilometre and a half to go. We're waiting for Flatland to come through. She was 24.5 behind coming out of the range area. Has she managed to maintain that margin? She's at the back of this group and needs to find a way through, because that is certainly slowing her down. Now 32.6, yelling for those in front to get out of the way, and that's energy that you really don't want to have to expend. 8th position still for Flatland.
The athlete ahead is not moving easily out of the way. She should be.
Well, it's so tight between position 4 and position 8 that things can certainly still change as we watch Landova of the Czech Republic, her 2nd shoot.
She had a problem with the 2nd bullet going into the chamber. It hasn't distracted her.
Well, they're making it look very easy. Just to hit them without your pulse going at 150, 160 beats per minute is hard enough, but to do it in a race as important as this, hugely impressive. Landova with 10 out of 10. The Czechs have excelled themselves today. No more medals so far, but I think they've shown us that if everything goes right, they have a very good chance of getting more medals as these championships go on. And a real boost for the nation.
I think Jindřich Sikola, the coach for the women's team, the Czech Republic, he's done a great job. He didn't have the budget like many of these teams, but he's brought them to great shooting form and to the highest physical form into these championships. Not always an easy thing to do.
Shumilova just finding the positions ticking by, and having had the potential to finish in the top 5, is going to find herself struggling to finish in the top 15. 22.05 from Boielly is going to be beaten. She goes into 13th place, 101.9 behind, so lost another 25 seconds in the last 800 meters. That just shows you how fast the likes of PIDHRUSHNA and Berger were in the closing stages, and it's going to be interesting to see what Flatland can do, Mike, and I'm wondering how much the snow conditions are responsible. Much harder to attack the downhills once the snow is broken up, much harder to get up the steep hills where the snow is also much softer.
You know, we saw that when Flatland was coming up the hill where it was all broken up. It was definitely a lot slower. Hojnitz is amazing. This is a great time. Junior world champion a couple of years ago.
Do you think winning the Junior World title puts a bit too much pressure on these youngsters, and it takes time to adjust?
I'm not sure it does, because you're still competing at a major level at the Junior Worlds, and it's the same mind training for this, a major championships. If you can do it when you're a junior, you should be able to do it when you're a senior.
And if you think over the years, the greats have all won junior and senior level, but I'm not sure there's a huge amount of expectation once you've won the juniors for you to go on and win World Cups. Hildebrand on the charge for the finish. Another of those who's hit the perfect score today. 55 seconds outside. We're going to have a fantastic pursuit. Here comes Flatland into the finish. 21:35.36. That's a great run. She goes ahead of Kaisa MÄKÄRÄINEN and puts two Norwegians into the top 8 today. They've got Berger in second, Flatland in 8th, and then you have to go down to 19th to find Synnøve Solumdal, who is 1:08 off the leaders. We've got 22 seconds separating the top 3 here in Nove Mesto. But between third position and Kaisa MÄKÄRÄINEN in 9th, we only have 18 seconds. So they're pretty much going to be involved in a mass start tomorrow. And there's going to be a lot of pressure from the very first shoot.
Good chance to see how the track has broken up. Earlier on, it was a very flat track. The skis now, it's slightly harder to balance on as well when the snow, the sugary granules give away under your ski.
The other thing that's difficult for these athletes, Mike, is they zeroed in bright daylight. It hasn't been the sunniest of days, but it was. We had perfectly good visibility. The clouds came over about 5 minutes before the start. Now it's gone pitch black. So Fialkova, very, very different conditions from when she zeroed her rifle.
Totally, and it does look different through your sights. When you're looking in daylight, you've got the natural light behind you. Now you're just looking through fake light onto the targets and in the stadium.
And normally you'd change the rings.
Well, a lot of experts say there shouldn't be any adjustment. I know from my experience, my 20-odd years of racing, that you need to click it down too. Lights down, sights down. I'm just looking. Last year, Sweden, of course, with the Ekholm came 4th. The first of the Swedes today in 23rd position, Mattsson.
Roncalde of Italy shooting clear in the prone and in a strong position, but will not challenge PIDHRUSHNA, the leader. Well, it's been a good race once again. I think Biathlon suffers a little bit, Mike, that we don't put the stronger skiers off last to keep the climax going. I'm not sure it would have affected the outcome. It certainly would have kept the crowd on their feet. Well, let's have a look at the races coming up over the next couple of days. Of course, the pursuits tomorrow. The men go first, just as they did today. 12 o'clock if you're watching in the UK, the start time for that event. And it's going to be another classic duel between the two greats of current biathlon, Svensson and Fourcade. But watch out for Jakob Falk. He's in a strong position. And guess who finished 4th today? Ole Einar Bjorndalen. And the pursuit, without a doubt, his favourite discipline. PIDHRUSHNA, the winner today, the gold medal for Ukraine, their first of these championships. She's 8th in the World Cup standings before today. She'll certainly have moved up a slot or two. She hasn't got too close to Tora Berger, who is the world #1 and the silver medalist today. Well, luge coming up next from Lake Placid in the USA.
Someone at this hospital has got to